computers and avionics upgrades for several fighter aircrafts. Missile approach warning system and laser warning system have been developed and are being fitted in various military aircrafts and in helicopters. As a spin-off variants of cavalry engine are being developed for protection of marine vessels with great advantages. And is CAPS Bangalore. 15 hours can carry this payload of 75 kg and has a maximum ceiling of 25,000 feet. Next. Then armament system. Large number of armaments designed and developed by DRDO have been introduced in the armed forces. Over 1 million pieces of 7.62 mm Isapur self-loading rifles SLR developed by DRDO were produced and replaced by 5.56 mm INSA rifles. Available in the fixed and portable version. Then multi-barrel rocket system, Pinaka, FSA, PDS, ammunition, influence mine, MK1. These are the contributions of armament systems. Next. The indigenously built Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launcher weapon area system can fire rockets with a range of 39 to 40 km in a salvo of 12 rockets with 1.2 tons of high explosive within 40 seconds. Pinaka can neutralize a target area of 350 square kilometers and is aimed as a supplement to the existing artillery system at a range beyond 30 kilometers. Next. Then combat vehicle and engineering. The main contribution, which is well known, is Arjun tank, the replacement of T-72 Russian tank. Besides this, explosive reactor armored ER and global positioning system, recognized smoke grenade discharge, and all whatsoever mentioned is here is the significant contribution of combat vehicle and engineering group. Next. This is Arjun MBT2. Next. Then electronic and computer system. The nodal lab is Deal Dehradun. They have developed, that cluster has developed artillery combat command control system, Indian Doppler radar, Indra 1 and Indra 2, Rajendra, Samyukta and Sangharsa for Army and Navy 3D central acquisition radars. Besides this, these are others contribution of this electronic and computer system. Next. Rohini radar, the multifunction medium range surveillance radar, is capable of handling multi-purpose targets simultaneously and also precisely calculate the height at which projectiles are flying. Operating in a range of up to 170 kilometers and an altitude of 15 kilometers, the Rohini radar can track multiple targets like fighter jets and missiles traveling at supersonic speed of over 3,000 kilometers per hour. Weapon. All has to operate it. Someone has to control it remotely, and our services are working in cold climatic condition up to minus 30, minus 40 degrees centigrade, and not for one day or 2 days, round 24 hours, and every time. All northern, central and eastern Himalayan zone, maximum army are deployed there, and they are facing lot of problem ranging from psychology, food, support system and all these things. So life science cluster did several things, and in life science cluster there are 9 labs. INMAS, Delhi, is mainly working on nuclear medicine and NBC protection, nuclear, biological and chemical warfare protection. Second is DPAS, Defense Institute of Physiological Research. They are mainly working on ration scale, human physiology in stress environmental condition, whether it is minus 30 or minus 40 or plus 52 are undersea or low conflict, low intensity conflict area and all issues. Then DIPR, dealing with the psychology, sleeping problem, schizophrenia, and other problems associated when you are being deployed at the field. Besides this, that lab is significantly contributing in selection system of the army, whether it is a OR level or whether it is an official level, and they have formulated a computerized selection system for the army officers. Then DID Gwalior is having a significant contribution in the field of NBC, nuclear, biological and chemical warfare. It is also being taken care and going for R&D for bioterrorism. Since after First World War till date, 17 attacks have already been reported worldwide as far as terrorism is concerned. So that particular lab is dealing that. In care by DFRL Mysore. Then Double Bangalore is mainly working on the R&D of human system sensors. What will be the human physiology and what will be the stress when a pilot is flying above 22,000? What will happen if a marine fellow is below the sea level? What will happen if a person is deployed at minus 30 degrees centigrade? How brain frequency is working, what stress is being felt? That is all biosensor monitoring level is doing. 3 labs, DRLT Tejpur, FRL Leh, now it's become Bihar, and Diver. They were mainly working on logistics for troops. Now, as far as Diver is concerned, there is a little change in the mandate. Based on the directive of the ministry, we have entered from 11 5-year plan into a change is must, but change is very difficult. In a night, it cannot be changed from a mandate of food to energy. So, we have taken support from IITs as well as from Anna University and other leading university of the India to convert ourselves from the mandate of the food to the energy, so that lab can contribute significantly whatsoever task has been assigned. Next, concerned carbon, silicon alloy and all these things is the contribution of material laboratory, and the nodal lab of material science is DMRL Hyderabad. Next, missile, everyone is aware, from Nag to Tirsul, Agni to Prithvi, and all things is available on internet. This is the whole contribution goes to the leader of IGMDP, Integrated Guided Missile Program, which was headed by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Now it is being next. BrahMos is a joint venture between India and Russia. Supersonic missile is a 2-stage vehicle that has a solid propellant booster and a liquid ramjet system. The missile can fly at 2.8 times the speed of sound. It can carry warheads up to 200 kg in weight and has a maximum range of 290 to 300 km. Next, naval system, torpedoes and all things contribution goes to the naval system. The main nodal lab is NMRL Ambernath, Bombay. Shipborne sonar, Hamsa, airborne, dunking sonar, Mihir, submarine sonar, torpedo, advanced light torpedoes, fire control system, and all these are the contribution of this naval system group. Next. highly qualified service personnel, about 12,000 technical officers, technicians, and rest, and ADAM allied, and with 52 labs all over the India. As far as Defence Institute of Bioenergy is concerned, previously its headquarters was Pithoragarh. It was shifted in 2008 to Haldwani. Next movement, as well as its judicious utilization, biodiesel for defense use, bioenergy products for stress environments. What we have achieved so far in these three mandates, I will briefly explain here. Only engineering aspect, not other aspects of the program. Next. So, as I told, we are having 4 locations in Uttarakhand, 3 locations in other states, with administrative control from Haldwani. Next. DRDO biodiesel program was started in 2006 as per the directive of our Honorable ex-Defense Minister, present Finance Minister. See, the feedstock, the basic stock was basically Jatropha, with one mandate that we should establish a gene bank, that is agriculture related work, and identified high yielding cultivars coupled with higher productivity. Developed and established location specific agrotechnology for food hills and semi-arid zones. Next. Then carried out intercropping with an objective to get maximum yield per unit area with a non-edible oil crop, which is an annual crop and fits well in the cropping rotation, that is Camelina sativa. Then there was an issue that this is a highly cross-pollinated crop, so how the pure things of high yielding can be given, so we have developed issue culture protocol. Then transfer this technology to TERI, and for improvement better than existing, we have developed hybrids also. In biotechnology, we have cloned an apin promoter from seed specific expression along with the DGAT gene, which is responsible for enhancing the oil percentage. Next. Then commercially viable eco-friendly trans-esterification plant. This is a CSIR technology which has been established converting the oil, whether it is a vegetable oil, whether it is burn oil, whether it is a non-edible oil, whatsoever oil is there, by a simple chemical process by KOH and methyl alcohol into biodiesel, and that is being monitored by PLC, but it is having certain limitations as environmentalist doesn't want that it should involve a chemical process. Next. Then in collaboration with Anna University, we have developed to upgrade this trans-esterification plant a composite catalyst AIMCM 41/ZSM5, that is mesocoating of the silica, was found to be the best catalyst, having selectivity towards gasoline, towards kerosene, as well as diesel for cracking of Jatropha oil. Research will not serve the purpose. We are being asked for 3 things. Where is your R&D means research publication, then patent, and third is where is the product. So this thing we have to hand over to Secretary Disinvestment, Ministry of Finance, and from lab scale we are going in collaboration with BMSRD Kanpur as well as some industry to convert into a pilot plant, and that will be installed in Jaisalmer. Next. Then in India, by different ministries, different organizations and government system, NGO and all, about 9.62 lakh plantation is there, lakh hectare plantation is there. Whatsoever yield is coming, out of that 70% cake is coming, which is a toxic. So, how that cake can be used? So that is one way to use for the methane production, and we have compared and found that this Jatropha cake can give more methane production as compared to cow dung and all. Next. For gasification, having capacity, we have planned one gasification plant at Sikandrabad, having capacity 60 kW. The produced syngas is being utilized till date to fuel the broiler, and the syngas is also being used by genset, and it is reducing the 50% requirement of the genset, that is diesel requirement. Next are this naturally produced biodiesel is that is going for the oxidation process. How its stability can be increased from 4 months, 6 months to 1.5 years, one thing. Second thing, how it will be stable at minus 30 degree temperature or 52 degree temperature. So we have developed in collaboration with DSRD Kanpur antioxidant by adding that this stability can be enhanced from 6 months to 1.5 years. These are the tests as per international norms, and this biofuel passing all the tests. And the best finding is that low acid value of any biodiesel will have higher stability. Next, visible in existing engine or not. So, first we have conducted the experiment in Swaraj Mazda by VRD Ahmednagar, and that vehicle has completed about 20,000 kilometer running. Then we have gone for BMP2 tank engine and found that yes, up to 20% can be used. LPPA 713 2.5 ton is quotation of things. And our finding is that 9% increase in torque was observed in case of B22 samples compared to that of conventional diesel. However, the specific fuel consumption is decreased in the order of maximum 4%, which is at the negligible level. But the thing with our scientists and services, they are using this vehicle, so that trial is going to be start from 7th of March. This month, next, 100% diesel, B20, B50, B100, what will be the maximum power, what will be the torque, minimum specific fuel consumption, then emission like carbon monoxide, hydrocarbon, NOx, particulate matter. And we found that engine is quite amenable for the use of biodiesel up to 20% as the performance was not affected. Next. This is nothing but this graphical presentation of all our findings. Next. Then I told you that 70% is the cake, which is a toxic. So what we have done, we have detoxified it by sequential extraction followed by steam heating. Next. And these are the peaks of HPLC. And after detoxification, we find that 5% can be added in animal feed, which is safe and non-toxic. Next. Then we have gone for long-term, this term, that term trial and anti-nutrient factor and all. And ultimately, we are developing the pilot plant again to hand over to the commercial level. Next. Then for second and third generation, we have initiated the work on LV as well as lignocellulosic waste. Next. And our collaborator is first generation feedstock. First generation, from crude oil we are getting biofuel, oil cake we are getting, this glycerol we are getting, biodegradable soap we are getting, heating fuel briquette we are getting, and by biomass we are getting cooking fuel as well as electricity fuel. 1 ton of biodiesel leads to the production of 3 metric ton carbon dioxide emission, which is less as compared to the diesel. 1 hectare Jatropha plantation will pay about $70 per year as a carbon credit. Jatropha crop emits 8 to 10 times more oxygen and absorbs 10 times more carbon dioxide per hectare per year compared to our product is concerned. Lab has also succeeded in this lab multiplication of cardiac silences The cost of this mushroom is 27 lakh a kg in the international market, and having one bioactive molecule that is known as cardicepine, which is nothing but the group of the essential amino acid, and already inducted in services as well as in exports in China. So our finding is whatsoever we have developed in the lab, that is safe and non-toxic, that is a performance enhancer, effective against respiratory problems and other elements, and not we have developed the technology, that technology has already been transferred to Bharat Biotech Delhi for commercial scale production and marketing with certain condition of the ministry that is related to royalty, that is related to license fee and all. Likewise, a unique medicinal mushroom, Ganoderma, we are working with the objective that we should come up with certain products on that. Next. So, in nutshell, covering the engineering aspects, this is the brief about DRDO as well as this organization, presently what I am heading. And here I want to emphasize two things. As far as Sansadhan at this event is concerned, one is, I will request the management that exposure of the student in